baseball fans, the question is, will the standoff last through the World Series, and who has the upper hand? We're going to ask Chris Marangi of Gabelli Co. He's one of the most accurate forecasters on Cablevision stock. And Chris, a lot at stake for both News Corp and Cablevision. Both have moguls heading the companies. Both are taking a pretty hard line. Who is in a position here to blink first?
Well, again, it's a high-stakes poker game, and both Dolan and Murdoch are known to play their cards very hard. News Corp would seem to have a lot of leverage here. Their company is 3 times the size, and they're playing for long-term recurring revenue.
And they've done this before.
And they've done this before, and they're going to do it again. Probably Dish Network's contract comes up at the end of this month. So Cablevision is basically looking to gain as much advantage as they can with the FCC. Ultimately, it's a private market dispute that's going to get resolved.
How is this particular dispute, though, different from the ones in the past? I'm thinking of, for instance, the time that the Academy Awards didn't air, or almost didn't air.
Well, they're all very similar. You have several trends here. One is that there's been a recognition that the cable networks have a superior business model in getting advertising plus recurring subscriber fees. So the broadcast network owners and stations have all basically tried to transform their businesses to be more like cable networks. Second, you've got programming costs. Partly because of those reasons, programming costs have been outstripping subscription increases, and that may be putting the cable network package out of the reach of some subscribers. Thirdly, there's a question about how consumers are going to consume content in the future, and so part of the negotiations here have to deal with putting Fox programming and other cable network programming on the web and VOD.
Now, you have a buy rating on Cablevision. Does that mean that a company like Cablevision would end up having to charge customers more?
Ultimately, it's going to get passed through the consumer, or at least most of it will be. But again, because of these alternative means of distribution and a very competitive market with both Fios, DirecTV, and Dish in the Cablevision footprint, it's becoming harder and harder to pass those through.
Okay, Megan was just telling us about the FCC's role here. Could the FCC simply order Fox to put the programming back on, or order Cablevision to just pay up?
That seems unlikely. Again, they would have to find that one of the parties was acting in bad faith, which is difficult. I think what both companies, or what Cablevision is playing for, is political pressure to become great enough that it draws News Corp to the table. Because again, you want to be friends with your regulator, and News Corp has many more issues that deal with the FCC than just this little one.
So, is the fact that regulators like the FCC are looking into this a positive or negative development overall?
I don't think you want the FCC. I don't think any media owner wants the FCC looking too hard at any of their businesses.
Okay. Let's go back to that Fox versus Dish Network dispute that's going to come up at the end of this month. Is this just going to be a regular part of life for cable TV subscribers, where, you know, every couple of months, whatever cable subscription they have, they'll face the prospect of a blacked out channel?
Well, unfortunately, we're in this transition phase. Previously, broadcast networks were traded for carriage of other cable networks. Now, as I said earlier, the broadcast network owners are looking for direct cash compensation for those networks, and so we're sort of in the middle innings of that process. So this is going to go on for probably several more years, and eventually, you know, you won't see it much anymore.
Okay, well, we'll wait to see if maybe they can get things going by Game 7 of the World Series.
Well, find a bar or a friend who has DirecTV.
All right, thanks so much. Chris Marangi of Gabelli Co. right here in our studio.